Welcome to the In Season podcast, rated R for language.
None of us are doctors or neurologists. The things you're about to hear are opinions of people living with epilepsy or seizures. These are firsthand experiences. Epilepsy can cause speech problems, and the medications are hard to pronounce. So please bear with me.
Epilepsy can cause bad memory, so some stories will be repeated. I'm Pookie. Get ready. I feel covered by my fiance's response. I have epilepsy and recently found out I have a tumor and will need surgery. Later on, my dad decided after my appointment to stop by and see his mom. I have no problem with that. The car ride from the appointment and where we live is around 2 hours, and the entire ride. But he didn't hug me, be sympathetic, and just overall acted like he didn't care. I honestly was upset, but I have bigger issues right now. Later, when I got home, I ended up having a seizure. It was pretty rough. It was a pretty rough one, and it felt like laying there. It felt like pretty weird after. As I was on the floor of my bathroom, laying there for a bit, I was able to pick up my phone and call me. I told him I want happen. These are not, seems like they say I wanted to tell him what happened. I told him what happened and the severity, and he said, I'll call you later. Now I'm pretty annoyed and I never got a call. So I text him saying I had a bad seizure, and he responds with, bruh, ATP, I don't feel well, and decide to go back to bed while having 911 on speed dial just in case. In the morning, after I say good morning, I ask why he say bruh to a serious thing, and he said, what was I supposed to say? This feels unbelievable, and I don't even know what to say or think. I feel like I'm a burden because of the seizures. That's a rough one. I hate the situations with your partner and just doing that, like treating people like shit because of epilepsy.
That's a sign of extreme narcissism in the other person, you know? That's a little wild.
Yeah. So what should I say? There's a million things you could say besides bruh. I'd rather you say nothing besides say that. Just tell me you got the message and left me on red than just send me bruh.
Yeah, that's just like, okay, well, you've made it clear you don't care about me at all.
Well,
I would just try to establish some sort of, like it says there, you said communication. Yeah, if I mean, you can't break down some walls first, then yeah, you really got a real problem there. I mean, has this person tried? Is it said there in the post? I mean,
It did not say. Just said what I read. There's no other context from it, and a lot of it was spelled wrong, and words were where they not supposed to be. So I paraphrased a lot of it, a decent amount of it, not a lot of it.
I mean, I always want to try to save a relationship first, and it's very important.
Yeah, I don't think she's. I don't think he's trying to save the relationship. He doesn't sound like it. Someone said in the comments, that better be your ex-fiance. That is not okay. And you being treated like that is scary. You could have been seriously hurt. Another comment is, anyone who genuinely cares about you wouldn't be this nonchalant about your epilepsy. Also, you want someone with you who will run into action if needed. Try to sit down and talk about how you're feeling and how you felt. See how his responses are and ask him if he's taking your health seriously. Marriage makes him more reasonable, his care even more important. I'm sure you could try and find some articles about how a partner should care for you if you have an illness, etc. Make it clear that how he treats you health wise is a big factor in your relationship. You can't control your seizures, but he can control his reaction to them. If he doesn't make changes, then I would take a break or call things off while you can. I wouldn't suggest anybody leaving their partner. So, going to you guys.
I would take all of those comments and put them on the question from earlier about the for the woman whose partner doesn't believe their epilepsy. I want all of those comments on that post as well, but I agree with every single one of those comments. Yes.
I just want to say, come on over to the Epilepsy universe. We'll care about you. We will care.
All right, thank you, Angel. Got one for him. Had to get it. Dug it out of the deep crevices. Did weed give me a seizure? So basically, I've been smoking for like 6 months daily. And last night I had five puffs on a joint that was mainly tobacco. I hold puffs in for some reason, and I was about to get up and go give the joint to someone else. I stood up and got dizzy. This happens often. But then it kept getting worse until my vision went black, and I couldn't move nor speak. I could hear and feel my friend grabbing me to stop me from falling, and I still felt conscious. I was apparently shaking, but was also only on one leg, so it could have been loss of balance, I think, or just from being stoned. And the whole event from standing up to my vision returning maybe lasted 20 seconds. My friends think I should quit weed as they think that it's what caused it, but I'm sure if it was or not, I feel fine 20 hours after and felt fine soon as a half an hour after, but the doctors told me it was more of a faint, but my symptoms matched that of a focal unaware seizure. Of a focal aware seizure. What may have caused my seizure if it was one? Or did I just faint? Doctor said you fainted. And then again, you can't listen to those people. So, mixing tobacco with your weed isn't a good idea at all. I've heard of people having seizures from that. Yeah. Anyone that smokes advice?
I do tend to mix a little bit of tobacco into my weed, but I never smoke straight tobacco because it is a stimulant for the brain. It's like having coffee, it's the same thing. So it I'm not advocating for it. It's just, for me, the tobacco and the weed sort of even out, I guess. But where one's like a downer, one's an upper, sort of thing. But that's just me. I can't advocate for it though. I can just say my experience.
Yeah, my experience, I just cough too much. It makes me choke. It's like smoking
Oh
a
yeah, that
cigarette at
doesn't.
the same time.
Yeah, it doesn't happen to me anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other potheads in here want to tell the story? No. Well, I must move on.
What kind of story?
Um, any story about being stoned, anything funny would be nice. But also, yeah, the person said, what may have caused it, or did I faint? I think the doctor said faint, and if you feel like you have a seizure, then don't listen to the doctor. But if you just don't understand, it might have been a focal aware or unaware. But yeah, I stopped smoking nicotine, and I don't know if it's the B12 or the nicotine gone, but I'm doing pretty good with the focus.
Wait, so this person said that they were completely aware and that they just sort of fell and couldn't like get back up for a couple minutes.
20 seconds.
Oh, only 20 seconds. That sounds like it might have been a dehydration or something issue. You know what I mean? Because you know when you like stand up quick, and you suddenly like lose all your balance. A, a lot of times I feel like that can be due to dehydration. Because I've had that happen to me at work. And that like was well before I got diagnosed, well before I got, you know, any type of seizure. It was just, like, guys, just give me a minute. I fell down. And then I realized I just hadn't had any water in like a full day. Drink your water, folks. Drink your water.
Speaking of water,
Drink your water. I'm just saying, I'm not like that. That's what has happened to me, but again, not sure what this person's individual experience was. So,
again, that is
Not 100% sure. It could be two things too. One, it could be I've never experienced it, but it's the tonic of maybe like a focal tonic seizure where you just fall. But I don't know if they were just standing straight up, you know.
oh,
And then the other thing,
sorry.
is medicines. I know a lot of my medicines um say imbalance you know stuff too, so it could be side effects from medicines.
good. The party has
Angel.
arrived.
Hey,
The pioneer is here.
hey,
Hi, Tom.
Party has
Hey.
arrived.
Sorry, before I forget, because we all know that might happen. Angel, could you elaborate more on the focal tonic? Because I feel like I've had those before and I've never heard of those.
It's like you don't go to the clonic phase, you just fall. Or
And
it's
and is it like from what you like have experienced or heard, um is it like hard to get up for like 5 minutes or so?
yeah, you can't control it. Obviously it's you're seizing. And like it definitely is. It's like it's hard to explain, but it's different from the tonic clonic ones where you go through both the convulsing and the falling part. It's just like you just pretty much, like, if you're sitting down, like how Jeff said he was earlier, he would have just went straight down, like his head straight down.
Oh,
You know.
okay. And sorry, I was thinking of a situation that happened to me a while back, where I had to do a bunch of work on my laptop like all day, and I was staring at the screen, and then I got up to get some water and I walked into the kitchen and I just like my whole body lost motor function, and I was just kind of stumbling around the kitchen. But I was aware of what was happening. I just couldn't control my motor functions. And it lasted for about like 3 to 4 minutes.
Yeah, that could have been one of those like atonic seizures.
Okay. See,
Um,
this is a good thing, that we're here, because if you have a question about something, you can ask.
It sounds very
Yeah.
familiar because I know I had very bad myoclonic seizures, but I'm sure they weren't all myoclonic because uh, they weren't, uh, you know, specifically jolts or jerks. There were times when I would just, feel my body just falling over, which is separate from the muscle spasms.
Yeah.
So I could see myself falling, or I could see myself, like a separate, my mind was separate from my body, but I can't really pin this down. Or lots of times where I just can't pin down this definition. It does sound vague.
I also have a question kind of similar to you guys. And it also, Kevin, it sounds really very scary to be aware during that. That sounds very frightening. Yeah. Is it scary for you when it happens?
Sometimes it's more like a fight or flight thing. Like it's like it, you're more worried about. I don't know. That's weird. I'll say maybe. You're
Yeah,
so
your
like
brain is like,
you only have a split second to react, and like you're just so full of adrenaline, and you got to think about surviving. So you're not scared, or um, you know, you're not anything really. You're just like, I got to grab onto something, or I gotta put my arms out.
are you able to stop it, like put your arm out?
Uh, maybe at the last second. Sometimes no. That's when I bash my head on the table a lot of times. But yeah, sometimes I go down. Sometimes you know.
There is a certain point where your body, uh, like, will instinctually take over and put your arms out when needed, but obviously not every time.
I'm curious
Unfortunately,
because
I
I've had unaware ones where I think Sia is talking about in the chat too. I don't remember any of it. I can't put my arm out. And I just like break some ribs, but I have no idea what that is. The neuro said it was a focal impaired awareness, but I don't have any awareness. I just go down and then immediately get back up.
Yeah.
I've never been somewhere and heard so many men say something was scary. But I get it though, so yeah, I get it. This shit can be scary.
thought I put it in the chat. I must be lagging or something. Let me see.
Wait, this is scary for you guys? You guys are scared by this? What? Huh?
Right.
I'm totally messing with you. Don't.
Yeah, it was scary.
We are all terrified by this. That was completely sarcastic and rhetorical.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. It was worse in the beginning.
This afternoon.
This is old news at this point.
Right.
Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like,
Oh
oh yeah,
man.
I wake up every day terrified.
Mhm.
So, I got something that says how how long do your seizures feel to you? I don't know how long mine lasted, but I've had 1 minute plus seizures that don't feel like seconds to me, but are really much longer. Do you guys have this too? Just to clarify, I know when mine are happening because I can feel the aura and I can feel myself jerking. How do your seizures feel? I have a grand mal. I just wake up and it's over with. So that's where I'm at with this.
I'm wondering if this person, maybe because I'm in one, is having a cluster, or if they're really having a very long seizure. That would be a good question for their neuro.
Right. Someone said having seizures from different body parts. Okay, so this is just a small question for people. What body parts do you guys get seizures, or the entire body? I know there's different kinds, but recently I've been getting seizures on my left arm, shoulder, and now my right leg. Also, I usually have seizures on my left leg, but now it's changed. Just wanted to know if some people have the same experience like me. No. Anybody have
Oh.
shaking limbs?
I get them
All right.
in my brain where seizures happen, you know, but that's just me.
Yeah. Anybody?
Yeah,
I've
a
heard
lot of
people say
brain
they have
switch.
shaking limbs, but not me.
I mean,
Yeah.
there is the connection of, you know, neurological to physio, like neuro to physio, like connection, obviously. But if they're not having like seizures in their head, you can't just get them in your body. That doesn't make any sense to me. I may be wrong, but it doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not. I think the myoclonic jerks might be. I don't know. Am I wrong on this?
I get those when I'm feeling like after a seizure and, you know, when I'm recovering from a seizure sort of thing.
Yeah, I think what the person is uh asking is it localized to a specific limb or like a toe or something? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, if that's what the person's asking, then I do get them down limbs and you know, yeah, down my arm, my leg, yeah.
They should definitely see a neurologist, because if they feel it in their head and it's affecting their body, it's worth going to see a neurologist.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's above my pay grade. My seizures are in my head, personally.
Wake up and the head hurts. So yeah, me too.
I don't feel anything in my extremities.
Yeah, me either.
Well, I guess sometimes I do, but only like if I haven't taken my meds. Anybody ever like also kind of get the shakes if you're late on your meds?
Yeah,
I can
laid on the bed.
yeah, I think
A
I can
little
I
bit.
felt I felt my arms shaking
Yeah.
as a precursor to a seizure.
And had you taken your
As it's
meds?
as my seizure's building,
Oh,
I can feel it, like climbing up my arm.
feeling it physically. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as it just subsiding in a limb or your stomach or your back or your fingernail. I don't know. That's beyond me. That's more than I can
Yeah.
grasp.
Yeah, we need to get
There's something called I want to share this link with you guys where it's like it's videos from a French like it's like a fuck. It's videos of seizures, but there's abdominal epilepsy and it's crazy like or just your stomach like goes crazy. It's a type of seizure and it's like missed because of muscle artifact.
Ooh, can you send that to the mod chat?
Yes, absolutely. I have a couple links I want to send you guys, really good resources, but I'll send that one.
Yeah, just
I'd love to see it.
I know the chat goes away once we leave, so
Yeah.
Yeah, other people have mentioned like people trying to get drugs or like faking seizures, so I was just a little hesitant to post it in the subreddit. But I wanted to share it with you guys.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Most definitely, yes.
I tried to post a picture of a screenshot of the Atonic, but I don't see it coming up. But you can Google it, and I'm pretty sure the Epilepsy Foundation might have some more information about it.
Oh, yes, and the Epilepsy Foundation website's really good. And I'm sorry, the one I was talking about, you can also search by like localization, and type. It's really cool. I'm about to
Excuse me 1 second. I can't access the chat. I just have to leave and I want to say goodnight and I'll see you all Tuesday, I hope. Take
Good
care.
night,
Oh,
Jeff.
yeah.
Night,
Good night.
Jeff.
Good night.
Good night.
Good to see you
We
tonight.
hate it when you go.
Tuesday.
Good night.
Glad I was able to see you before you left, Jeff.
Hope you feel
Glad I was
better.
able to see you.
Later, Jeff. Yeah, definitely
Take
feel
care.
better.
Thanks.
Night, night.
Good night.
Are you okay?
I'll be okay. The Keppra will kick in. It usually kicks this in the ass. And then I have to get my meds refilled to make these stop. But thank you for asking. This has been a bit of a rough 2 or 3 days. And trying to host a meeting. I really appreciate you guys working with me. I feel like I inadvertently kicked out some people by saying some shit, but I don't remember.
Wait, how come I wasn't there for the talk about that, but how come you haven't been able to access your meds? I'm sorry, I'm getting sleepy and
So my therapist actually prescribed them because she thinks I need them and I do. So I have to see her to get them and I haven't been able to see her and I went off of them for a while because I don't want to get addicted to benzos to be honest.
that is fair.
Very good call.
I'm just curious to know if like if you went to the pharmacy, if they would give you like an emergency supply, because I know my doctors will do that with my or the pharmacist I go to will do that for my Keppra. So it might be an option.
Yeah, thank you for that. I might do that because I don't want to have to, if this keeps happening like tomorrow, I see her next week, but I don't want to have to go to the ER because no one does.
No one does. It way too much money spent. But if you at least have a pill bottle of the prescription,
Right.
you can at least
The
show
number on
them
it.
and go like,
Um,
hey, I'm seeing my therapist next week. I just need like 2 to get me through or whatever it's going to be. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, thank you for suggesting that because I don't think it's good for my brain to be doing this. And I feel like I've gotten a bit of brain damage for not managing these.
oh.
And we all have brain damage.
I feel like I got some brain damage too from not managing mine. Like I said, in the past 5 years, 5 to 10 is how long I've been working on getting it together. First, I was just kind of careless. I was just like, I got epilepsy. All right.
Yeah, me too.
I was gonna cut out right when Jeff left as like a good like timing, but I wanted to talk to Em about the medication thing. But with that, I am gonna leave. So I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will see you Tuesday.
All
All
right.
right,
Okay.
Brandon, good seeing you
Later,
again.
Brandon.
Later, guys.
Bye, Brandon.
Later, folks. I'm sorry, I shouldn't
Guitar
say
back.
guys. Later, folks.
And I have a question, Pokey, you and I talked earlier. Did we have anybody that we haven't talked to before show up?
Yep. I think 3. I think I might have said 2 earlier, but I think 3.
Did you get names?
3. Christine, Kristen, and Amit.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about it.
Um,
I'm teasing.
I was gonna say, would you be mad if I said I don't remember?
No, this one of them was like when you and I got together this morning, Pokey.
Mhm.
I mean, I read a post that he or she had made, and it was like, wow, this person needs to get on our Zoomcast, and so I came on here and I copied an invite link, went on to her homepage or whatever you call that, and I gave her a direct message and I told her that hey, I'm so and so, and we have this podcast on Zoom, and this is something I really think that you would benefit from. This is a direct link. The times are from now till then, and please, if you get a chance, all you have to do is click this link, and uh, you'll just be there. You don't have to participate. Just be there, and when you feel comfortable, you're more than welcome.
I
How you
love
doing?
that you say that because I've been trying to word that in a way, and most of the people, I don't think I've ever seen somebody join and then like not eventually kind of chime in and share a lot.
Yeah, I always see people join, and then eventually they get comfortable and they start talking, or they hear something they can relate to, and they start talking. Yeah.
Not bookmark.
Uh,
God, it's like I'm epileptic or something. Damn.
I
I'm
got
so
something
glad
here.
that we can all get together and just be fucking weird.
And
Like
be
that's
ourselves.
just normal for us.
That, and my wife said, Tom, would you just go over and sit down? I know what you're trying to say.
Oh, the
Quit
sit
trying.
down.
Tom, you're trying too
down.
hard.
Every time my partner's like, sit down, I'm like, no, I'm not having a seizure. And every time. So finally, I'm just like, okay, let's listen to him. You're having a seizure. He's always right.
Gosh. I was telling Pokey today that I was giving my the prescription to my ex Copray, and he also gave me some that emergency meds. It begins with a C. Hold on a minute.
Clobazam.
What do you guys think it is? What was it?
Clonazepam.
Yes. I
Take
went
bets on
through
it.
5 of those already, and they work. At work, I get at the end of the day. I mean, I got the most stress-free job. All day long, I'm doing nothing but giving out samples all day. The end of the day, the last 20 minutes of the day is where it's so stressful you can't breathe. Everybody's trying to get everything done for the next morning when the next crew comes in. Well, I pop one of these and boom, I make it through it. But like I said, I've gone through 5 of these. And today I used I've got 2 lorazepam left, and I used one of those. And I'm like, I gotta stop this, man.
Careful with those. You gotta be careful with the benzos. They can be
I don't want to,
Yeah,
yeah.
stop
And
it. They're
yeah, the
benzos.
problem. See, the
They're so
problem
good
is
at
I'm a drug
stopping
addict.
seizures.
I'm a drug addict, but I've been clean for 20 years. And
Yes, go
I don't
you.
even want to be a Ben on them.
yeah, take these away, right?
It's so mean that they work so good, but you can't have them.
I
It's like
know.
someone has to slap them out of your hands. Like I'm at the point because when I have clusters, sometimes I can tell, ooh, I'm coming down from this, I think. I gave half of them to my partner because like Sia was saying, I'm like, I'm not having a seizure, and then he can just, he knows. He has to give them to me.
Well, you see, that's just it. It's more or less, I'm afraid I was going to have one. Didn't even have an aura yet, but it's like I've been doing this long enough to where I know that one would be coming. Does anybody catch, can connect with that? I don't have an aura yet, but I know the aura is coming. So I figure I better just go ahead and take this now, and then I don't have to worry about waiting.
You know it. It's like,
but
yeah.
it's
you can,
it's too convenient. And
Yeah,
because
and
I
then
don't
it's a
get high.
problem when you don't know it for sure, and like when you don't know almost, and you take it anyway, then you're in trouble.
But that's almost like, well, well, yeah. No, I just have to find another way. And now the fact that I'm going to be changing my wife's like right now I'm talking about changing my medication. But my wife was telling me, Tom, if you don't want to change, don't change. And I talked to the people that I work with, asked them about my aggressiveness. I caught it last night. I was going off on one of my coworkers, and I stopped and said, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." And they said, "Tom, don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good." So this morning when I went in, I called my boss aside and I apologized to her. And she says, Tom, we know it's all good. We know about your medication and everything. So then I told her that I plan on changing my meds, and that might cause a bit of problems for a while. And she said, I tell you what, I've got the best people to work for. Because they're like, Tom, you do what you got to do. It's all good. We'll work with you. So
That's awesome. I'm really happy to hear that. I feel like when one of us wins or has a good situation, we all do.
I was
We
going
all
to say
do.
that. I was going to say one of our
I like
success
that.
is everyone's success.
I
But
love hearing
folks,
this sex stories.
go ahead. You got some yourself? I'd like to hear a success story.
Always, yes.
I got something here. It says, what to expect from neurology appointment. I think I suffered a seizure in my sleep. I'm not sure. I just happened to have an appointment with neurology today. What can I expect to happen? Can they actually fix anything? I have 2 medications that both lower threshold for seizures, Wellbutrin and Latuda. and I'm scared that this might be regular thing going forward. I'm not sure if I can drive. I'm really scared. Does anyone have any experience with this medication? Will they put me on a med that would help? If it's the side effect of the other meds making me have them. I kind of have a headache now. My temples hurt, maybe from the eyes rolling back, and I just feel kind of out of it, really scared. What should the person expect? They said, what should I expect from the neurology appointment? That was the main question.
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat that question?
The question was what to expect from neurology after they just explained everything that they explained.
Um, is it their first appointment?
Did not say. It said next appointment.
Is this person an epileptic? I guess not, because this is the first appointment. But I did look up the one drug, Latuda. It's anti-schizophrenic, or it's used to treat schizophrenia.
I know those
Anti
can be hit or miss. Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
What? It's an antipsychotic. All right, go on.
Oh, so sometimes antipsychotics, my therapist wouldn't put me on one. She said I needed to go to the neurologist because they can increase seizures. But if you have post-ictal psychosis, like I get sometimes you can go on one for a brief amount of time, but you don't stay on it. And I don't think we have enough information from this person, but if that's helpful, I would talk to a therapist also just to keep an eye on you. Yeah.
It sounds like a bad idea to put someone on a antipsychotic because of post-ictal psychosis.
It can work
So
or not. That's why I think they should also get a therapist, just to keep an eye on them. Because yeah, if you have post-ictal psychosis, you might or might not be able to do it. It's really individual, I think.
it seems
Feel
like
like
the cure could be worse than you know, the
Symptom.
disease or whatever.
Are you looking up Latuda? Like, I feel like you have some information. Maybe I'm not in my computer.
Yeah, I got it right here. Uh, yeah, uh,
I feel like
causes
I feel
uh, serious neuroepileptic malignant syndrome. I'm assuming that's yeah. That's probably what the person's going for. Suicidal thoughts. They all have that.
Yeah. What about medication interactions too? Keep an eye on that. Sometimes doctors, I mean, you see a neuro every 3 months. Like, I guess that's why I'm saying a therapist too, because mine, for example, knows more about like sleep disorders. And I guess she did a neuro like understudy and she knows everything about medication interactions. So yeah, I would just get somebody else to in there to keep an eye on things.
One thing, Em, a lot of them aren't in California. They're not seeing neurologists every 3 months like us.
That's true. Like we're very lucky. Like mine is following up just in a phone call and then I have an appointment in 3 months. So we are very lucky. Everyone should just move here. And I'm on Medicaid too, so I don't pay for shit.
Same here.
California's good.
I'm a Medi-Cal, so I don't pay for shit either.
Yeah, I'm on Medicaid and life is good.
Right, life is good. I like when Tom says that. Life is good.
Yeah.
I know you
Okay,
can say
boys
that.
and girls, I have a question real fast about Excopre. Now, anybody on Medicaid, it says it's $425 for this prescription. Now, I understand Excopre is a fairly new drug. Am I wrong there?
yeah, it's about 6 years old.
And are there generic Excopre?
Not that I know of. It's very hard to get. It's a Schedule 5
Okay.
narcotic,
Okay,
basically.
there's another problem with narcotics, controlled substances. When I get a prescription, it's $20. But I've never got a prescription of controlled substance. So I don't know if I would have to pay full price for it. If anybody's aware of anything like that.
There's no generic, you're saying, because it's new?
That's my understanding. And if it's number one, if it Medicare likes generic. They don't like spending a lot of money.
I'm
Man,
on
generics could be
Medicare and I get it
weird.
for free.
What's that?
I'm on Medicare and I get it for free.
Well, I like that. I think it's
Oh,
Medicare.
I
Well,
also
no, I'm
wanna-
on Medicaid. Medicaid is what I'm on. think-
Pookie, I have a like off-topic thing, but I don't know what I said earlier. I don't want this on the podcast, but there's the new girl. She's very young, and I think I said something because she fucked off afterwards. I sent her a message, but I don't know if anybody is talking to her, but I just want to encourage her. Like, this is a safe space, and whatever I said, if that's what it was, I mean, maybe she just had to go, but was it a seizure? I don't fucking remember saying it, and I want her to feel welcome here because, you know, she seemed to really be comfortable.
She was having a really bad day today, and I don't know when she was going to finish up her move, so I don't know if she got off because of that.
Yeah,
But she, yeah,
Lupa had a seizure and everything. She just moved. Yeah, she was having a bad day.
yeah, she had part two
I
of her
don't
move
want to
today.
again, I don't remember what I said, and like Rick said, I seem nervous. I'm like just floating around right now, but I do want to check in with her if I can, just as also she was having a rough day, and sometimes somebody can say something and it just like puts you over the edge when you're in that state.
Yeah, been there. It's like these are good days every time I spend my Tuesdays and Fridays, and the day after it is a good day, then somebody says one thing and it changes the whole weekend.
Yeah, and she said she had borderline, and sometimes somebody especially says one thing and it just like fucks with their brain. Yeah, I just want her to feel welcome. Just a thought.
Let's see what I got here. So what I got now says, I knew normal. I had a doctor visit with my new neurologist today. As we went over my medical history since being diagnosed with TLE, I froze once I realized that over the past 7 months, I've had 18 seizures, 2 grand mal seizures, and the rest being simple focal seizures in seizure clusters. It's just crazy. Is this really going to be my life now? That sounds like my beginning. So no, it's
I
not.
read that one myself.
Huh?
I mean, we as epileptics who have been epileptic for a little while recognize that, hey, we're epileptics, we have seizures, we fall down, we get up. We brush it off, go to sleep for a little while, get something to eat, drink some water, and start all over again.
Right.
I like
sorry,
we
man.
fall down and we get up. That's great. We fall down and we get up.
Yeah, that was good, Tom. I mean, yeah, we do our best to try to control it, but
Yeah, but I mean, you can only do so much. Your mind works by itself. Your mind it
Yeah.
has its own plan.
And
Yeah.
there's some medicines that, like me, I just became, actually, I think me and Ann, we became tolerant to Vimpat. So we have to get on a new medicine, because if not, we're just going to keep having seizures.
And don't forget that things do change. I mean, it's not going to be this bad. It can't be this bad forever. I mean, your health fluctuates.
Yeah.
So I can't make promises, but keep in mind things change.
I
Oh,
myself, I understand that. I respect that. I said I fall down, I get up. But hey, I've got a very optimistic
Yeah.
view. Sure. I mean, we don't know what's around the corner. They might come up with a cure.
well,
But
Tom, are you you said Adventist or a Mormon?
He's a
Jehovah's Witness.
Jehovah's Witness. So you also have a very like clean, like no coffee, no caffeine. Is that right?
That's Mormons. That's Mormons. Oh, man, I drink so much coffee. No, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do dope anymore. I used to, but yeah, since I became a witness, I've been clean. I live quite a clean life. I don't even smoke dope anymore. That's why I said a little while ago that my emergency meds, you know, I have to be careful because I'm an addict. Uh, I've been clean, and that is because I'm a witness, probably. But besides the fact I was done, um, but I don't know. What was that the end of your question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just wondered, you say you don't do anything, but I guess you're expressing more that that's because you know you're an addict. Um, I think people who are addicts know it. But I also think benzos are very addictive, and you can just get addicted to those even if you don't have, like Poogie was saying,
Yeah.
other than cigarettes, I just quit doing stuff. It's easy, but I don't know about benzos. I've heard it's dangerous to just stop them. Oh, okay, Jason, we'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, benzos are addictive, and if you're on it for a good amount of time, just stopping them could put you into a seizure. Like,
Now, what
I
are
know
benzos?
missing, I'm on it nightly, clonazepam, and I know I'm missing a pill already. I can, like, when I feel it some nights, if I'm late, I can feel it.
Okay,
I,
I don't even feel. I don't feel the razepam. I don't feel the clozapam. I don't feel it. All I know is
it happened.
it happens.
yeah, I was not aware of this information when I started taking Onfi. I'm just going to call it Onfi. I don't like saying Clobazam anymore. Um, when I started taking Onfi a couple years ago, I was not aware of the addictive uh,
Right.
uh, attributes. Yeah, I didn't know about all that, but and now they're telling me if I go off it, I could die or whatever. Holy crap! So I keep asking my neurologist, what am I going to do? And she said, just
Right. Right.
just do nothing. Don't touch this shit. And And the pharmacy keeps running. Yeah, I was talking about this earlier. The pharmacy keeps like running down to the last day. I'm like, I need this, and then I'm sorry I yelled at you, but you know, I
I
had to.
asked ChatGPT to give me a way to dose down because I crush mine up so I can take a very, very little amount. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I don't like taking the full amount. And ChatGPT actually gave me like a way to dose down if anybody needs it. I mean, it's just easy, like simple, like titrating down. I know some people don't trust ChatGPT, but I would marry her in a second.
Yeah, I already told my doctor, like, is there a way I can get off of clonazepam? But like I said earlier, they got me going on Excopri and getting off of the Vimpat lacosamide at the same time. So trying to work two things out is already enough for my brain, to handle. So that's the next step. But at the same time, I'm a little, and I will admit this, I am a little scared of being off of, not because I'm addicted to it, the diazepam, but I'm scared of, because it was the only thing that worked when I had my cluster. So I'm scared of the clusters, you know.
Okay. So when you said crush the pill, it made me think about when Brandon said that he crushed the pill and he put it in water. I asked it a while back, if anyone ever did that, would it like work the same if you just crushed it and drank it? And he said, actually, I'm not sure if that worked for him because he said he wasn't feeling good today. So,
Is everybody just not? Some people seem to be feeling fine, but like today, man, is anybody else having an increase?
it's hot, but I'm not necessarily getting focals or tonics. Shout out to Nature's Made. Uh, other than that, no, I'm good. I'm having a good day. Usually these days are good for me.
I
Don't
worked
put this
out.
on, but I had to monitor Annie earlier because she was having auras and stuff.
She said she'd come back as well, and it's almost 9 hours in. I got
She
something
took
here though.
lorazepam, and I guess she's been out. She told me when her daughter got home and everything. So I hope she's sleeping because she needs it.
Angel, everyone needs an angel.
Right.
Angel's a swell kind of guy, huh?
Yeah.
Big old smiles. Are you with us though, Angel?
I am
Think about
not,
this.
I'm having trouble on my phone. I am
Oh,
not a Jehovah's Witness.
I'm
I
sorry.
consider I I am, I do believe in God and Jesus, and I am Christian. I do consider that I am refinding my faith again. I was raised Roman Catholic though,
So was I. Yeah.
but I never believed in the same, like, my church taught it through fear, and I never like that because it's like a parent won't teach you to love them through fear, and God won't do that. Oh, I'll be right back. I gotta do something.
Really quick, I was also a Philly Roman Catholic school kid.
Oh, nice. You guys probably knew each other. Probably
Yeah,
crossed
we were.
paths.
Well, I'm from
wait.
Philadelphia, so
All you guys are from Philly.
Yeah, we have a lot of Pennsylvania representation here. I'm an immigrant to California.
Yeah.
I'm from Lower Bucks, Pennsylvania, which is right outside of Northeast Philly.
I'm from Lancaster, so I'm a hop, skip, and a jump away from you guys.
You
But there
are,
was
you're up
no
the street.
Catholicism. What?
Then you're just up the street.
Exactly. I'm on
Lancaster,
the,
yeah.
what's the highway there? I don't remember. Does anybody remember?
No, that's been a while. 101. Oh no, I was gonna say 134. That was Street Road. That goes up to Doylestown. No, I
All
don't
I
know.
remember is the Jersey Turnpike. Was on that a lot.
That's the 176, right?
So
30 years since I've been to Lancaster, so
Oh,
how many
good
years?
gosh. It's been
Yeah, if you
40
want some
years since I've been
cocaine, you want to
back
run
then.
cocaine, it's a good place to do that.
Lost an elbow in Lancaster.
I've never been to Michigan before. I mean, like the farthest I've been to is like Tennessee and Kentucky.
Furthest I've been from where I'm at is New Jersey, and that's from one coast to the next.
That's it,
Look,
3,000 miles away.
Yeah.
Oh, is that just by air?
Yep, by air.
Okay, so you've been to California and New Jersey.
I've been to Atlanta. I've been
Okay, Georgia.
I've been to New Jersey. I went to Detroit.
Michigan.
But these were all layovers. I didn't see the town.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been to Detroit, Atlanta, and I've been to the airport in Philly one time. But otherwise, Delta Sky Miles for flying to New Jersey. It's a lot of sky miles.
I lived in Philly. I lived in Jersey. I lived in Atlanta and Savannah. I lived in Phoenix. I lived in Arizona. I lived in San Jose. I lived in Portland, Gresham, and Vancouver, Washington.
Nomad.
Just around a block.
Move around the world. I have not moved anywhere out of California. I've been in the California Bay Area for 35 years and 10 months.
Tom is truly the pioneer.
Right. Yeah. I got something here. It says, do you remember anything before your seizure? I have been having a pretty strong aura today, and I'm really scared of not only having seizure itself, but specifically the before period. As it's happening, I've had 2 TCs, but I wonder if anyone remembers the moment leading up to the seizure. I imagine I'll I imagine I'll know it's about to happen, and it'll be really scary. I had my second tonic-clonic last week, and I don't remember a thing before or during it. The only ones I remember is the ones where they told me it's a partial, complex partial, and those are the ones where I'm awake having a tonic and kind of just can see and feel everything that's going on, just not in control of my body at that time. So, yeah, I've been through that, but that's the only one I can remember.
I remember before a seizure. After a seizure, I could be foggy for a couple days.
Yeah,
and
sometimes
I really remembered all that, but before a seizure, I'm pretty coherent.
Yeah, it takes me a minute, but it'll come back to me. I'll be like, okay, yeah, I was sitting down there. It'll come to me. But yeah, I see what you mean. Before the seizure, not much, but after a while thinking about it, it'll come to me. Ooh. It says, did I have a petit mal in my sleep? Hey, I have a familial bilateral temporal lobe epilepsy with rare secondary generalization. I am diagnosed as refractory, and just recently my seizures have come back and worsened since being on 3,000 milligrams of Kemper daily and 400 milligrams of Vinpat daily for 6 months. I woke up about an hour and a half after I fell asleep and saw that my bathroom light was on. It was off before I fell asleep, and then my electric toothbrush in my bathroom was on and in the sink. But I asked both my mom and sister if they'd come down and around at that time, but they had already been asleep. I know some people do weird stuff during their seizures, so I'm wondering if I had a temporal lobe seizure while half asleep, and then when I woke up is when I became fully conscious after having one. I also usually throw up after mine, so I'm wondering if I vomited and then brushed my teeth while half conscious. Has anyone else had something similar to them happen to this? Something similar happened to them. I don't have the temporal lobe seizures. I mean, seizures. Anybody?
I'm curious about temporal lobe because it seems like that's a lot of people's diagnosis.
That's
And
mine. Well,
Yeah.
that's what I was told. You know, that's where my brain surgery was. Right temporal lobe, right here.
I think we
Uh,
had a question earlier for a resection. Is that what you had? We wanted to ask you.
What's that? Me?
Yeah, there were a couple questions about surgery. I think resection was said. It was right before I had a lot of clusters,
I've
so
heard of that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
brain
not what you had?
resection. I think I asked Rick too, and
No,
Rick said no.
my incision's this big. I mean, that's a dimple in my head. So it's about the size of my thumb. So if I understand a resection, that's like taking a big chunk of your brain, right?
Yeah.
So mine, I believe they put a mesh on my brain, and then I was tethered to a wall for a few days, about I think Tracy said 6 or 7 days, where they took me all my medication till I had some seizures. Then when they figured out where the seizures were coming from, they removed a chunk of my brain, which is about a thumbnail size. That's it. So it wasn't any big whoop-de-doo chunk of meat.
That's something. It says, confused why my neurologist thinks these are non-epileptic seizures. My neurologist thinks these are PNS before or during doing any test, but they are ordered. I started getting seizures around like a month ago. First, it was a few a day. And then it peaked to 50 a day, and it's back to around 10 a day. I went to the doctor, and the hospital and the neurologist said that they thought they were focal and started on me lamotrigine whilst I wait for my official neurology exam. I usually kind of zone out. I can sometimes tell someone is speaking, but I don't know what they're saying or what is going on. But sometimes I lose complete awareness and I don't know what happened. People describe that I stare blankly with my eyes open for like 10 to 30 seconds and my right arm twitches slightly. I come out of it confused with a really bad headaches and tiredness, especially when they cluster. I don't respond to people talking to me or in pain. I have injured myself during them. My pupils get big and they do not respond to light. And I get a really sharp pain above my left eye and right before it and feel weird. But when I had my official appointment, he said they are PNES because epileptic don't have awareness, but I thought focal can. I've been chilling recently too. Like I haven't been stressed, and the only trigger I can identify for the seizures is heat and standing up. Stress is never a factor for my seizures. I'm waiting for an EEG and an MRI, but the neurologist thinks PNES and has taken me off the lamotrigine and the last doctor put me on. Does anyone's focal seizures look like this?
I'm
I'm
sorry.
not.
I had to do something. Could someone put in the chat the symptoms?
Um,
Wow, that's a lot in the chat. What's going on?
yeah, that's a lot. I'd have
Or
to go.
also, do we know if this is a woman? Because I feel like that's an extra hurdle to get over, and I don't know what they said their symptoms were.
Yeah, I lost a lot of that. A lot of that went over my head.
I would have to assume it's a woman because why else would the doctor say that? The PPNES. Apologies if I got that wrong.
What the doctor said it was psychogenic. Is that what that is?
No.
Good for epileptic.
Pookie, did the doctor say it was
The PNS is, I think, like psychogenic.
Oh, it is. I think I said the wrong letters.
Oh.
No one
I may have got.
remembers and no one knows.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I think I may have totally gotten that wrong. So
It's late for you guys.
I got
Oh,
some,
yeah.
oh no, that's really long. Not going through that.
I gotta start writing stuff down.
Pookie, you can send me the link and I'll throw it into ChatGPT for a summary.
I've left that one already, but I got something new, and you guys can answer this because I've heard quite a few of you guys say deja vu. So this says deja vu, the difference between normal and epileptic. Hey, lovely people. How the heck does one distinguish between deja vu and from epilepsy and normal deja vu? I get deja vu frequently, but it isn't accompanied by symptoms. Does this sound familiar to you?
I'm not sure what's going on, man.
Can you repeat that last part real quick?
I get deja vu frequently, but this isn't accompanied by other symptoms. Does this sound familiar to you?
Yes. I don't know how old they are, but as a kid, it actually like used to disturb me because I would get so focused on the past and I thought it was depression, but it doesn't last. It didn't start with the bad feeling. It was just like almost uncontrollable obsession. But as I got older, it was like this crazy, almost choking feeling. So if you're getting it over and over again, that's what prompted me to not go to the doctor for 15 years. I would go see a neurologist and stop sleeping and get an EEG. Stop sleeping before the EEG and yeah, try to have your triggers there so you can check this out because you want to get that under control. Don't ignore it. And if you're a woman, take someone with you to your appointments. If you're having it this much, I would definitely get it checked out. That's not normal.
So the next one says right eye closed and fluttering after seizure. Has this ever happened to any of you? Sounds like something's happened to me. My left eye was fine, but my right was fluttering and would often be glued shut and felt like it was numb for around 15 to 30 minutes after the TLE seizure. I've had the one where I feel like both eyes are fluttering, but not just one. And I never understood what it was about. And isn't happening too often to where I can explain it or get too much of a feeling for it. It's like I just remember it, but I don't know what it feels like because they're so far apart.
I can't remember anything like that.
I have that. That's like my most fun thing my eyes like to do. Somebody actually named what it was, where one of your eyes goes, it's my right eye too, it goes in a different direction. And they said they went to an optometrist and got glasses, and I think it helped their seizures. I don't know why. But the funky right eye, get a nanny cam and just show your neurologist. I think that will help. That's what I did.
Can I ask something about deja vu? Deja vu. I mean, I've heard this for years. People that get deja vu before a seizure or after a seizure or something.
Um,
I've never had deja vu.
Me either. Some people say the same thing as like an aura or something. I've heard a bunch of different stories. I don't even understand what it's about at this point. But someone told me you also get impending doom, and I've never
Yeah,
heard.
I don't know what that is either.
I mean, yeah, I never heard of it, but I never got a big story of anybody explaining what it is exactly.
I feel like Kevin also might be able to explain this, but what happens is like I'll remember all of the sudden like a almost true memory, but almost like it's happening in a dream, the memory. And then you kind of, if you get the epigastric rising where you feel this like you're going on a roller coaster, but then right after that it's like almost, it's a disturbing memory, it makes you really uneasy, and then sometimes that's followed by fear. That's what mine would feel like. And then the euphoric ones kind of follow that pattern too, like you feel intensely good all this.
Wow.
I used to get a lot of sensations with seizures that I don't get anymore. I used to just get a lot of bodily sensations that I just don't get. I used to get, like someone was talking about spine tingling the other day. I don't get that. That never happens anymore. Like I feel like a lot of nerves are shut down now, and never get deja vu anymore. Used to get that all the time, just like in general. But the I'm sorry, what were you saying, Em, about the uh leading up to the seizure? Uh
Um, I thought maybe sometimes when you describe your seizures, they sound similar to mine. So, you get deja vu right before yours as a sign.
mhm. I would get more like a like a physical panic, more like since everything's like, you know, things aren't working in the body. You know, I'm sweating and my cognitive function isn't working. I can't. And every time I kind of try to concentrate, I start to have twitches and twitching a little more and a little more, and then I have a grand mal, you know. But it's been a long time since I had a seizure, so you know, I don't really remember it all. I'll ask someone who saw me have a seizure, and I'll report back. I'll write a good report.
Okay,
Thank
we'll
you.
file that
That
away.
would be nice. Well, I wanted to add too, there's something that can be happening where I would recognize strangers over and over and over again. So I think it's an overactivation of a bodily symptom or a bodily like not the limbic system, but one of those.
Hmm.
Okay, got one here. It says inability to drive. I'm currently in the process of looking for a new job. Due to the company I work for is downsizing, not being able to drive was no issue there as I always worked with somebody else that could drive. And my boss was aware that I couldn't drive, nor was I able to even learn. It seems almost every job that exists require a full UK driver's license. Put a such I feel put a such a disadvantage over something I have no control over. Something will come up, but at the moment, I'm having a pretty rough time. Can you help me?
No, but I
Can't really help you.
agree.
It's not like I can
Yeah, I
tell you
wish
right.
I wish I had the ability to help, because if I could do that, I would be worth a whole hell of a lot of money. Because
Maybe you
I
got
can't
to
tell
like
you how
life.
many posts I read every day about somebody wanting to drive, need to drive, is going to drive, being an epileptic, just crashed their car and is wondering how they can get around. Um, the police knowing that they're epileptic, so they'll take their license. I am so sick and tired of hearing about people driving knowing they're epileptics.
Right.
I'm sorry. That's a pet peeve of mine.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna say that now. It's a pet peeve of mine.
I'm sorry. I just don't get it. I mean, I as a Christian, I appreciate life too much. I appreciate the fact that my God has given each and every one of us life, and it is something to be treasured. And how in the world could somebody be that self-centered, that egotistical, that they could go ahead and get behind a wheel of a car and possibly kill a child, an adult, um, anybody,
An
and
animal.
anything. Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't think that something like that should even be allowed to be posted.
Mhm.
I mean, because it is that asinine, if you ask me.
I appreciate that. That's a good thought. And on that, I have to go. It's well after midnight here, and
Oh,
I'll see you all Tuesday, hopefully.
all right.
Hi, Kevin. I hope to
Oh,
see you
Tuesday. Am I
Tuesday.
working Tuesday? Tuesday. What's today's date?
The 26th. Oh,
Oh,
27th.
Oh, I'm not
28th.
working. Good, I'm not working. Wow, is it really that late already?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
All right, everyone, take it easy.
All right, be good.
All right, Kevin.
Good seeing you again, Kevin. Yeah. Yeah, so all my hairy schedules should be gone for a while. I'm back on my regular schedule. Tuesdays and Fridays should work for me. Gosh. I miss you guys so much.
We
We
miss
missed
you
you,
too,
Tom.
Tom.
I mean, my association evolves around the few people I work with and the brothers and sisters in my congregation and you guys. And I feel so good with you guys because we can just talk about ourselves, what's going on with our epilepsy. Now, these are things that what we talk about right here isn't something I could talk about with my Christian brothers and sisters or these people I know at work. And this is our lives. This is a part of us that no one else knows. So this means a lot to me.
We know it and we feel it.
So here it says creativity and epilepsy. I'd like to hear from others, especially those who experienced their first seizures in adulthood. Do you think epilepsy awoken a creativity bone in your body? The first comment says, I wish. Mostly just fucked up my life. So yeah, go ahead.
I
Top that.
You
I
know
think it does.
what I can say that sometimes after I have a seizure, I can sit down and draft for hours. That's that's one of my outlets.
Yes,
I was
I
a
instantly want
drafter
to do
for a number
something.
of years and I loved it.
Yeah,
Drafter designer. And I can just sit down and draft. Draft nothing.
yeah. I
But
feel like if I'm not sleeping after a seizure, for some reason I'm doing something. My mind is wandering. I'm thinking about a million things I could be doing, and the thoughts are just flowing. But if I go to sleep, then I usually wake up the next day. But if I'm up, I'm always like have the urge like let's start doing something. But I know I can't
yes,
too much. It's like I know I want to do this. I feel like doing this, but I can't. But I'm still sitting there thinking about a million things going on.
I have to admit I truly feel the need to be doing something, even if it's a Sudoku puzzle. I have to have my mind has to be working at all times because otherwise I'll just go stagnant. I'll go up. I'll just stare off into nowhere. But if I've got something to do, or if I can make myself uh find something to do, I'm doing it because just being stagnant. Actually, you know what? That's why they like me at work. A lot of people just stand there and hand out samples where I'm calling people over. Hey, come on over. What, you want to try this? No, I don't like it. Did you ever try it? No. I said, well, how are you going to know if you don't try it? Come on over. It's a sample. Just try it. They'll come over and they'll try it. Hey, that's not bad. Well, it's on sale. Take some, and it's Costco. You don't like it, bring it back. You know,
As a
and
sales
that's what my boss likes about me. He says, well, I'll get people to try stuff, even if they think they don't like it. But I say, hey, you don't know unless you try. Now this way, you'll be able to say, yeah, I do like it, or no, I don't. Or say, you're gonna kick yourself. You're gonna kick yourself the rest of the day, knowing that you had a chance to try it.
I was with well no, I wasn't with my aunt told me that when my kids were at her house, they were like, can you take us to Costco so we can get some samples?
Yeah, yeah, I hear it all the time. My
That's
kids wanted the kids were bored. It was raining outside, so the kids wanted to go to Costco so they could get samples.
yeah, they got used to grocery shopping with her. They're like, can we go to that one store where they give us the samples? But
I
I
want
got
some free
something else here.
samples.
Huh?
But I do think the epilepsy creates um I do feel like it does create because we get so I I don't know how to say it. A lot of us become so inner person. I don't know, but that we just have to spend that energy doing something, and we end up creating stuff. And I did ask that question before, like Pookie did all the brainstorm stuff. Like I wanted to see the rest of the group, the rest of the universe to see what type of arts they do. And a lot of people are writers. Some, do music and stuff. Some do art. Some do digital art. And it calms them down.
Rick, do you do the
Everybody
brainstorm?
has their own art.
Rick, do you do the brainstorm?
I do not. I read it, but I don't do it.
Yeah, who does it?
What do
Toaster.
you mean by do it? I mean, I
Toaster.
read it, but what does that mean? To
No,
do
no,
it?
no, no. Who creates it? Who's the
I made the characters. She made the story.
Oh, you did? Ann?
No, me. Toaster made the story.
Oh, and so who writes it?
Her. I
She
just made
writes it?
Toaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
And it's
talented. Very,
amazing.
very talented young lady.
Yeah.
Very
Every day.
I just hope
uplifting.
it doesn't throw you off.
She
What was
enjoys
that?
getting that creativity out.
She
And I love
does.
it.
Was
I
she
love
on
that she
today?
loves it. Say that again?
Was she on today?
Briefly.
Yeah, briefly. She was in bed already.
Yeah.
How's mom doing?
She was here.
She seemed
Was
good.
How's she feeling?
Yeah, she seemed good. Happy. She was talking regular.
She was down in the dumps, wasn't she? Wasn't she ill? She had some seizures and wasn't doing well.
I think it was like maybe a week ago or something. I don't know. I'm totally unsure. I can't be 100% sure, especially this late. No, I'm playing. But yeah, I think she had like a seizure or something this week, but she's been all right.
Good. I'm happy to
She's
hear
telling
that.
us she's bouncing back and she was coming. No, it's not time yet. Okay, I have one now, and it says, "What to do nighttime seizures when sleeping alone." Oh man, this is very long. And then Ann says in the comments, "Get a nanny cam," but that's too long to read.
You know what? They have to be a PDF file, wouldn't it? I'm thinking if you could like cut and paste it out into Word and then have it read it out loud.
Oh yeah, I could actually.
But you're on your phone, you can't do it.
I forgot what the app is that I have that does that. But I got something else. It says switching to night shift and seizure scare concerns. TLDR. I switched to night shift and almost had a seizure today after over a decade seizure free and well controlled on medicine. Anyone else been in similar situations? Just had a seizure scare after over a decade free. I'm a 26-year-old male. Have just recently switched to the night shift. My hours are wildly inconsistent, ranging between 10 to 6 or 2 to 10. And I can't get into any kind of sleep routine. Obviously, I have seizure history, hence posting here, but it's been well controlled on a hefty dose of trileptal / oxycarbazine, carbazepine for
Yeah.
over a decade now. When I would have seizures, it would always be my whole body would switch between cycles. With this new schedule, I've been getting sleep when and where I can, usually 1 to 2 blocks of good sleep and a nap here and there. Today, though, I had what I felt like was a really close call after an hour-ish nap right before my 12 a.m. shift. I felt like I was about to start seizing imminently. I jumped out of the bed and ended up not, but it was extremely close. Closer to it than I've been in a long time. I hadn't taken my nightly dose of medication yet. Question being, has anyone here ever been in a similar situation with night shift switch? How did that affect you? And how did you make it work? So I did that. I worked night shift from 2 to 7 or 2 to 8. Yeah, it was all right. And then I started having seizures. So yeah, that happened. And then my family was like, okay, no more seizures. No more working for you. because it was in a warehouse for, I forgot what company, maybe Amazon. No, FedEx. So yeah, did that, and then my family was like, "No, you're not gonna work anymore. Yeah, you're having seizures, getting stitches inside your mouth and stuff." So that was over with. They were tired to see me beat up.
Honestly, I think working the night shift was best for me, but when you're changing your routine, your mind needs to catch up. And yeah, it's gonna throw it all off. So it's it's a it, it's a weak spot for your mind. So it's gonna happen. Seizures are, I'm trying to figure out how to say it. Like basically, you're more susceptible to seizures. It's the same thing when you're changing pills. Routine is changing, so you're going to become more susceptible to the seizure.
Yeah, so actually, Jason, you there? Jason worked a night shift at a club. How's that?
Jason is there.
I'm there.
Did you have any seizure concerns when you were working a night shift?
Yeah, yeah, I had concerns when I was working like at a nightclub. Like there's one time I worked at Baja's and like there was like flashing lights and I tried to go to the bathroom like and like try to sit down like in a fetal position and it couldn't work, so I just passed out completely and they rushed me like to the hospital.
So has the like nighttime overnight shift bother you? Like specifically from the working at night?
I mean like I mean, like, it doesn't bother me. Like, it doesn't bother me. It bothers me like when there's like too much lights everywhere.
Oh, okay. But it's a nightclub for you. Sounds like a fun job though.
Oh yeah.
Brain stuck on one word after seizure. So I had my first bad seizure tonight after being clear for over a month. I thought I was done with this, but does anyone's brain get stuck on repeating one word after a seizure? Mine is soup. It just keeps repeating in my head. Oh, Nanny Cam, you're in the comments. Tell me about that.
What did I say?
You said, is this related to seizures? My whole life, I'd get phrases or two words or songs stuck in my head on repeat. Used to drive me bonkers. I stopped with AEDs. I assume AEDs were helping undiscovered Tourette's or something. LOL. You remember that?
No, but I'm glad you read it. That sounds like me. Yeah, I don't know if it's related to seizures, because it stopped with lamotrigine, and that's a mood stabilizer, so it's hard to tell. I think that it seems to be a post-ictal pattern of emotions that happen quickly and then end. Yeah, and songs too. I don't know if anybody has gotten this, but it used to drive me nuts. Like I would just get a song stuck in my head when I wake up, and that's why I think it's seizure related because I have nocturnals. Tom, can I, or everybody, since no one can relate to that, do you know, or you had your temporal lobe removed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I assumed that that was a temporal thing, but I don't remember why.
Got me. I'm sorry.
This is one I'm interested in. It says mesial temporal sclerosis and quality of life. I've heard of that mesial temporal sclerosis
I've never heard of
before.
it before.
I don't know what it is, but I think I've heard of it.
That's what, you know what? Have you guys ever used Google Copilot?
Yes, it's on my computer.
That is the most awesome. I mean, you can carry on a conversation with that guy or woman. Mine's an Australian woman.
Yeah,
Seriously, I mean, you talk to it.
I haven't really used it. I use the Chat GPT instead, but yeah, time to time I do that. But yeah, let me read this. It says, "Hi all. I was diagnosed with MTS late last year. I've apparently been epileptic for some time, but undiagnosed. I understand that MTS is degenerative, and that is my lifespan will likely be affected. I'm 30 years old and I'm coming to terms that half of my life has already come to pass. I am on a surgical wait list to ablate my right temporal lobe that will hopefully stop my seizures. I understand that the cognitive function I've lost is gone forever, but I guess my question is if I have this surgery, will I still continue to lose function, or will I spend the last decade of my life not knowing who I am, was, or able to recognize my family?" Anybody had any surgeries that? Okay, go ahead, Rick.
So technically, I have scoliosis of my temporal lobe because of the scar tissue left over from when they removed the abscess. Still can't answer the question because that's something that we don't know. That's something that, a qualified neurosurgeon would be able to help answer that. It depends because if there's a lot of scar tissue in there, cleaning that up might help. But it's really one of those things where, you got to work with your doctor team, your care team on that, I think.
Does anyone wake up terrified and confused? For the past few nights, I've been waking up in the middle of the night terrified. I wake up with an aura but no seizure, and I'm confused about my surroundings for a bit. Does this happen to anyone else? It's happened before. Doesn't happen all the time. And it's usually like a dream that I'm trying to get out of. And when I wake up, I'm still scared, wondering if I'm still in the dream or not. Been there, but anybody else got anything for that?
No.
Mm-mm. No.
It says this is a rant.
Yes, I have something for this person. Get a nanny cam, go to your neuro, show them, and if there is something, request a sleep study. Um, I don't know how they know they're having nocturnal seizures, but it could be like night terrors. I know I've
Yeah.
waken up in like a panic and not even knowing where I was when I've been in my house. But I was also a bit crazy in my 20s and I spent a lot of time in other people's houses waking up.
Night sweats and everything. Very vivid dreams.
Okay. We've all been on a few different medications. This one says changing medications. Have any of you changed your medications with any success? I've been on Kepper and Vinpat, and I was wondering if I could change medications or try different combinations. What happens when you drop one medication for another? I see my neuro next month and plan on asking the same questions. I was a child, so I switched not by choice. And then my neurologist was another situation. It wasn't by choice. He was like, "You're still having seizures and you're taking this? Well, take this now." So I didn't switch by choice and I didn't tirade down or anything. You just like, take this. And I took Lamictal, took it home, and I've been on it ever since. And it's gotten better in due time, but it's gotten better over time. This is one everyone can answer.
Yeah, as a minor, we don't have a choice of what we have to take. That's the parents' choice. We just take it. As an adult, we can research it first and then say yes or no. But if the doctor ever tells you just stop, slap him. Unless you're having like some allergic reaction, slap him, because you shouldn't just stop a medicine. You should be lowered
Weaned off of.
slowly. Yeah, weaned off of slowly. So to prevent some side effects, if they're taking you off, you're gonna get some bad side effects.
Yeah, when I did my switching, I don't know why I didn't think about asking him to like titrate down. I just went straight into it. I like had those pills still, and it was like, well, start taking these. It's not working. Yeah. So extremely exhausted. Curious, do others get extremely exhausted or tired after a seizure? I had one recently and it wasn't caught by anyone around me, but the skin on my RNS. My mom and my sister both said something before I went back home that I slept 6 hours and it made me think I had a seizure. Turns out I did. The tiredness isn't new by any means. It just made me want to ask others after hearing 6 hours and then sleeping for a long time today, which I'm sure I'm not alone at all in feeling that way. I get nervous when I take a nap and end up sleeping for 4 hours. That's not a nap. That's falling asleep. I can't help but think I had a moment when this happens. Starting tanasamide tonight. Already take Xcopri and Lamictal. Nervous about that too. Those 6 hours were probably 3 hours after waking up from them. Is this all right? Then I'm extremely tired. Is it all right?
Probably not.
I mean, it's something you can't do.
6 hours? 6 hours after your sleep is 6 hours after feeling like you have a seizure. Most likely sounds like you went through a grand mal.
Right, your whole body feels like it's been hit by a bus. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a definite grandma.
Yeah. And they said, oh, do everyone else get extremely exhausted? Was another question.
Yeah.
Yep, that's just about
That's
how it
part B.
goes.
That's part B.
And then we try to fight it like M's doing, just fighting it. You're strong. You're fighting it over there. I see you.
It's the
Be a
cat
man.
frogs busting up this cluster.
Write it out.
Be the man. Be the man.
Thank you
I'm
guys.
watching
You
it.
guys are
Yeah.
the best. Oh, I have one that I can actually read now, and it's kind of fun.
Oh, go right ahead.
Please.
Okay.
It,
Where is
it
the weirdest
better
place
be
you've
safe
had?
for work.
Wait, go ahead. I think I see
I
this
know
one.
Angel was about to say something good.
Go ahead, Angel.
All to M, it better be safe for work.
What was that?
It better be safe for work.
It is. It is. I'll keep that to the chat. Okay. Where's the weirdest place you've had a seizure? We all know those moments suck, but having one in a weird random place makes the story better. I was 19, didn't get enough sleep, and I had one in the parking lot of a 24-hour donut shop with my friends. they stopped being open for 24 hours the next month. So yeah, weirdest place.
That was yeah. My weirdest place was at work in a bathroom stall.
Mm.
I went there so because I felt a seizure coming on, and I was trying to find a safe spot to have a focal, hopefully. But
Mine would be
didn't turn out that way.
mine would be I woke up in a hole because I was digging the hole and I woke up in it, and the ambulance was trying to help me out of it. And I was all flimsy, like gum, and yeah, they were just trying to lift me and wondering why my legs weren't moving and stuff. And they were like, "Danielle, are you awake? Hey, hey!" And yeah,
My weird one is still at my best friend's. I was taking a shower. I was taking a shower at his house. Yeah, he could bust down his door and I'm completely naked. Yeah, yeah.
How did he know you had a seizure?
It was a tonic-clonic seizure. He heard his wife heard us fall, and he came running up and busted the door open.
That's a good friend.
right.
You know, I had a lot of years where I don't even know. I mean, I went without medication. Um, so I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that happened.
That's what I was thinking. Is I've had a lot of situations that I just don't remember. I remember
Yeah.
those situations, but not remember how they panned out or afterwards, or whatever.
Right.
Oh, another weird place. This might have been the most embarrassing, and it wasn't even in front of adults. It was in front of little kids. I was working at a after school program, no, a summer program, and yeah, we usually walk the kids from one place to one park. There's several parks in the town I'm from, so we have a drop off location, and we walk to the different parks different days of the week. Um, and I happened to have a seizure. We were giving them lunch, and they said I just kind of dropped the pizza, and then I was just standing there. They were like, I had the box, I dropped it, and then I was standing there, and they were looking at me, and then I had a seizure, and then yeah, that was the worst. Like having in front of little kids, like they didn't. Like I heard they weren't traumatized or whatever. They were just kind of confused because they were like under 10, but my coworkers were the ones that were scared.
And you see, there you go, Pokey. I'm 60 years old, and I don't remember all that time. When I was a kid, and even my teenage years, when I had seizures, I don't even remember them. But I was running around with friends, and in my teens, I was getting stoned, and we were drinking, going to keg parties. I don't remember any of that stuff. But
You
you
never
know,
had a
I was
seizure at
having
the
seizures.
parties?
What's that?
No seizures at the parties?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Oh,
That's times in my life I don't remember.
yeah.
But I mean, I was having grand malls at that time.
Yeah, I think my long term is pretty good. My short term is just, it's over. It's non-existent.
I just have
Um,
just bits and pieces here and there
Yeah.
of my history.
I I went through a bad divorce, and I had just moved into this place with all women, and it was really great because they were all supportive. But one night, I at this point was ignoring the fact that I needed to go to a neurologist, and I had been drinking, and I forgot my key. I did have my key, but I thought I forgot it. So I had a seizure, and my roommate came out. I decided in my head, I was like, well, I'll just sleep in front of the door because that made sense. So I was literally just sprawled out in front of the door of our apartment. And one of my roommates came out and she looks at me and she was like, you can knock on the door. And I hadn't even thought of that.
That's a good one. You can knock on the door. Sounds like possible phase.
I fell asleep under a tree right along Bristol Road, and a couple doors up from my brother's house. And a cop drove by, I guess he was a friend of my brother's, and saw me. And he walked me to my brother's house. And the next morning I woke up at the dining room table and everybody was just looking at me. Like, what were you thinking? So I don't know if I had a seizure and I passed out right there on the side of the road or what. I mean, there's another situation where all of a sudden I wake up and here I am. Where was I? How did I get here?
I remember a situation like him. Now, when you said you woke up sleep by a tree, I remember having a seizure at work, and then I went to the hospital, and they said, "Are anybody going to come get you?" And I was like, "I don't know who I could call." I could have just called my dad, but I wasn't thinking about it. I was in the popsicle phase. So they were like, "You can stay till the morning. Call someone to get you in the morning." I ignored that. I think I went back to sleep, and in the morning they let me go. And I told them someone was outside and someone wasn't. And I think I just walked home, and it was like 3 miles. And then I just sat in a chair, like this little stool that was away from the house a little bit. And I never knew why. Like Em said, you can just knock on the door. I did not knock on the door. I sat there until the sun came up because it was 6 a.m. And I'm not sure why to this day. I was just like, I waited till 9 to, I think my dad came outside that's the reason I went in. I think I might have still sat there just in that possible phase, left the hospital without someone coming to get me or even knowing. Yeah. I had a lot of bad ones alone or like at work.
You
And you
need
see,
a
I forgot. I
post-ictal
complete-
babysitter, it sounds like.
Yeah, or nanny cam.
Just take it with you.
Right. I need to turn on my location so someone can see when I leave home.
I like to say we need seatbelts on the couch, so you literally can't just wander off for 3 miles.
Yeah, I got one when you said need a babysitter, you said, right? A possible babysitter. This one says seizure watch for a 6-year-old. My son has epilepsy, has tonic-clonic seizures, focal absence, and drop attacks. Do you think a watch would be helpful for alerts for these? I'm worried he'll have one in his sleep and won't catch it. If so, which watch? Oh, I thought they meant like have the child on watch. And a seizure watch for a kid, it's up to the parents' discretion. I think Sia would have said
Why isn't that like that goes off when you fall, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I don't think there's any
Heart
other
rate.
way. I know they've got something over in the UK that they've got some sort of um device that picks up on seizures. It's not yet approved for the FDA, but it is available in the UK. But as what you're saying is a watch. Did I hear that right, Pokey? A
Yeah,
watch?
it's an Apple Watch. It has like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
metal
And I
thing on
think,
the bottom so it can keep your blood rate and all that stuff.
you're talking about
Yeah.
just a, okay, all right. Oh, all right. Tracy's got one of those. Yeah, all right.
Smartwatches.
Oh,
I
I
got
have
some.
one. Oh, do you want to?
Yeah, I got one and I don't use it. The
What
app
was that?
was so. I said I have one and I don't use it, but the app was so confusing that I just gave up on it. This one says, "Is fasting a good idea?" I take Lamictal XR, Keppra, and Amphi. A family member is practically making me fast, and I once read that it increases your risk of seizures. I don't want to fast because of that reason. Is that true? I always hear people say eat with your pills. Not that I do that every time, but I don't suggest fasting.
Why are they being forced to fast? If this is a young person, that's very worrying.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're being forced to fast before they take their meds.
No, they're just being forced. It says a family member practically making me fast. And I once read that it increases your seizure risk.
Yeah.
It says I don't want to fast for that reason. Is that true?
So is there an age here?
Nope. 4 lines. It just says what medication in the family said to take it. I mean to fast.
I wish that that subreddit encouraged people to say how old they are. And like just some general demographic information because it's so hard to address this. It just comes across as some sort of abuse, but it's hard to give advice to somebody if they're 16 versus if they're 24 living at home.
Where's that subreddit coming from?
Epilepsy.
Epilepsy? I know I read a lot of stuff in epilepsy that can I ask everybody a quick question?
Go right ahead.
Okay. I read things, some of these subreddits or over in Yahoo, these epilepsy forums and such. It almost sounded people are coming up, they're reading about people with epilepsy and um um
Like over identifying, maybe.
yes, exactly. Exactly. It's like they're making this stuff up. And it's like, I mean, there's no way to say one way or another if they are. But I mean, some of it is just too, it's like, why in the world would you even be asking a question like that? You know, and it frightens me that people find this comical. Or if they're so insecure that they have to come up with something like this so they can have somebody to converse with. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but it's just been something on my mind that when I read this stuff, I have to stop and think whether or not it's real.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like some background information would be helpful here. And I'll say, like, as somebody who was told in their 20s, and also me and my sister had absences and we knew something was wrong. I did lurk on the epilepsy subreddit because somebody had told me what I was experiencing with seizures. And then I did some research and I thought I need to see a neurologist. And my first EEG was abnormal. So it didn't turn out to be wrong, but I hear what you're saying. Like sometimes it's just like somebody's having a panic attack almost, and they're like saying all these things like, is this a seizure? Is that a seizure? And it's like, maybe do some research first and then get a
Yeah.
consult to a neurologist.
You know what? I do answer a lot of um these comments or these posts, And a lot of times I'm asking myself, Tom, was that really necessary? It's like, excuse me, but this is not a place to be asking questions. You need to be talking to a doctor about something like this. We are no more doctors than the other person you can talk to on another Facebook page or whatever. You know, you need to go see a doctor. We can give you experiences that we've gone through, but please do not ask for medical advice.
Yes, yes, yes. I think also there must be some like kids hear about things and they experience things once a lot of times or twice. And then, you know, that things are hard in the world, you know,
Yeah.
right now. So people are stressed out. But for example, I think people with addiction know in their minds that they're addicted.
Right.
They feel it. And for me, it was like I knew something was wrong. I just knew it. Like it wasn't a flurry of feelings I was having to go research it. It was like a long pattern. And that's hard when it's kids posting because how long has it been going on? What are their parents
Right.
doing about it? But if you're older, I do think you see a pattern, you should definitely see a doctor and be quite insistent.
Okay, I got one for you guys, and this is specifically for everyone sitting here because all of you guys have glasses. It says glasses and seizures. I had an eye test today. I never had glasses before, and they were showing me all these that cost hundreds. I know they usually cost that amount, but I can't bring myself to pay 300 pounds on something I might break next week. After seizures, I only drink out of plastic for a while because of how many things I have broken and hurt myself on. This may be a stupid question, but is glass near me my is glass near my eyes dangerous if I have a seizure? In the last year, I've broken a dryer, a freezer, a floorboard, the nice wine glasses. It goes on. Epilepsy is expensive. I'm not sure we don't all have perfect vision, so someone must have experienced these things.
Okay, flat out. Is this really a question that you need to be asking? I
Yes,
mean,
yes,
this
yes,
is
yes,
this
yes.
is the type of
Okay,
stuff I'm
I'm
talking
gonna
about.
chime in here. Wait. Okay, as
Okay.
somebody who has eyelid myoclonia and occipital seizures, I read somewhere else. I'm sorry, Rick, you have your hand up. I'll try to make it short. I have
No
tetromania.
worries, no worries. You got it.
Thank you. You glasses can help seizures, and I'll talk about it after.
No, you go first. I got what I'm gonna say. You go first.
Okay, thank you, Rick. I don't know about glasses hurting you maybe. But Annie was saying that peripheral motion can trigger seizures for some people. And I've been talking to somebody also with occipital issues, and they say prism glasses can help the seizures. This isn't totally addressing their question, but I do think that they should see um, an optometrist. It sounds like they did, but I think glasses can help because if your eyes are aligned, you're not it's not as triggering. Yeah.
It's not making your brain work overtime, trying to focus.
What do you guys
Yes.
think with glasses?
All right,
So,
Rick, hold on.
all right. So first of all, there are other options to get glasses that are online, like there's Warby Parker, there's Zenni and whatnot, which is like a fraction of the price. So I understand their concern spending all this money. Number two, they have something called safety glasses. I wear these for work.
Uh-huh.
If I'm smart enough, I would have got it out. Oh, I actually have them right here. Look at this. Okay. So these are safety glasses where I could hit them with a hammer and they will not shatter.
Right.
They might break, but you really gotta really hit them hard. I work in a transmission factory, and I have to walk around with safety glasses. Some gear comes off and hits it, it's not going to shatter. So safety glasses. Number three, if you're busy trying to focus and try to read and try to, really force yourself to see, I could see that causing stress and possibly lowering your seizure threshold. So the person who posted it, work with your eye doctor, get yourself some safety glasses, and if it's too expensive, find a company that you can get it online at a cheaper price.
Tom, about these
Yeah.
glasses? You feel safe with glass near your eyes?
Oh yeah. And not only that, but these glasses, I mean, anymore these aren't glass.
Mm.
The glasses that we have are not glass anymore. They're plastic. They don't make. In fact, I loved my glasses that did weigh about 2 pounds, and you could feel it on your nose. But anymore, these glasses, I mean, I could throw these on the floor, and because they, you know what, they even come with a scratch resistant. But what I'm saying is, for you, I don't see a problem with having seizures and the glass breaking and getting in your eye. No, I don't see that happening.
Angel, you told me you broke your glasses a few times. How'd that go?
Yeah, invest in super glue and stuff to fix the
Heat gun.
frames. I'm lagging a bit, but
It's all right.
Are you going to sleep on us, Angel?
No,
Never.
I'm not.
Angel is the last one here every time. Me, Angel, and someone, or just me and Angel. Every time.
I've been having a bad connection today. I don't know if you hear me.
We can hear you all the time, but there's been a few times your face was frozen, but we could still hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I done broken my glasses a few times, and I just say invest in some super glue because
Super glue isn't going to make you able to see out of your glasses. But anyway, I'm speaking.
It'll keep the arms back together again.
Yeah. My frames are made out of Teflon. I can actually tie them in a knot.
So something else here. Seizures in the bathroom. Hi all. I saw a similar post from a few months back, but I was hoping to get more responses. I have had at least 10 grandma seizures in the bathroom. A few in the shower, a few outside it, a few looking at the mirror. Does anyone have experience more or less with any of these? Any ideas which could be causing it more than others? I'm wondering if it could be something with the lights too, or maybe time of day. Really strange stuff.
It might be a trigger, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, like looking in the mirror, I don't know, but maybe that might. I don't know in particular. I've heard about a lot of people just having them in the bathroom. I don't know if they were scared, or going through anything at the moment. But a lot of people were just sitting on the toilet or in the shower, most of them. This one, it says like, I'm not sure if it says, outside the shower a few times. And few looking into the mirror. Yeah, the few looking into the mirror, I don't understand. But we got Uncle Tom here. Come on, Tom. What do you think?
I missed it. I was answering something from Rick before he left.
Oh, okay.
Message from Rick. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I got you. It says, I saw a similar post from this a few months back, but I was hoping to get more responses. I have had at least 10 plus grand mal seizures in the bathroom, a few in the shower, a few outside it, a few looking at the mirror. Does anyone else have experience more or less with any of these? Any ideas what could be causing it more than others? I'm wondering if this could be something with the lights too, or maybe that time of day. And when it comes to having experience with this, I could say not in the shower, but that's to my memory. That's not something that's you could really count on at this time. But
I think I've had a seizure in the shower one time because I can remember getting up off the floor, tangled up in a shower curtain. That's the only time I can remember a seizure in the bathroom. But I don't know if I have, like I said, I'm here and there.
yeah, I've been told that I had to be picked up from in between the toilet and the wall. Once. I was told that by a couple different people. I'm not sure if it was different situations, but yeah. M?
I wasn't counting the time at work when I went into a bathroom stall to have a seizure.
So it's happened more than once.
So
Imagine
explain
having a
that, Tom.
seizure in a portal body.
Explain that, Tom. You went in a bathroom stall, not
Yeah, at work. Yeah, I felt one coming on, and I was either go in the office in a tight place, or just go sit in the stall in the bathroom, have a focal, be gone for a little bit, and then punch out and go home. That was my thought process. But it didn't work out that way. I had the seizure, went out of the bathroom and just started walking down the hallway. Tracy just happened to be at the end of the hallway going through the checkout and saw me. She said she saw me and knew I just had a seizure because she could see me pretty much bouncing off of the wall. So she sat me down and that's when people from the office come running out. Tom, are you okay? You all right, Tom? And of course I wasn't here for a couple minutes, but yeah.
Yeah, when you say bouncing off the walls, that reminds me of a time where I was walking and I just kept running into the wall. And then
That's it,
yeah. Felt like every direction I was leaning. When I lean forward, I'm running faster because I'm trying to
yeah,
stop
you're
my
moving
fall.
faster.
Or if I'm leaning to the right, I'm walking and hitting the wall back and forth. I remember those times with no balance. But luckily, those times were like in hallways where I was alone at those times. But go ahead, Em.
And she's laughing at us.
Yeah, sorry, I am. I sent you a link because I think you guys need to be you need to get bubbles because you're bouncing off of shit. Oh, we lost Angel. I think that's upsetting, and now I don't know what's happening. He's not here.
We need a bubble.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get seizures in front of mirrors. I thought I was the only one. It must be some weird eye thing. And so what I do is I turn on a light in a different room. Don't turn off the light. That will trigger a seizure. Yeah, we had these giant mirrors in our bedroom, and I finally was like, let's turn the mirrors around, and I've had less seizures. So it's probably the light and the movement. It's a fun one. It's good though, because you feel better when you don't look in the mirror too much.
I like looking at myself because I look good.
Stop bragging. Stop bragging about your beauty.
If I look like M, I would like looking at myself too.
I'll tell you, I was going to say that too. If I looked as good as M, then I don't know if I would walk away from the mirror.
Do you know how much makeup I wear for these? Because this is the only place I go. You guys, you need full face of makeup, and you'll just stare at yourself and be like, yeah, take this out, but you'll look at yourself and be like, I'm so fuckable.
Honey, if I can look at you the way you are, makeup or no makeup, it still looks good. And you're making my day, girl.
Thank you, Tom. That's awesome. I hope I'm not cussing too much. I know that I don't
You're all
know
right.
if that's allowed.
Hey, you
All
know
right.
what? If you heard the language that I hear every day, trust me, it's all good. You can't hurt my ears. Nobody can. It doesn't bother me.
I don't know why you guys have epilepsy like I could shock you with a cuss word. You just
No,
told
you
me you were
can't
bouncing
stop.
off the
Honey,
walls.
you don't know. You don't know who Tom is. You don't know my history, honey. Sure,
Tom's got a story.
I'm a religious
Oh,
person.
we
Yes,
want to know your
but
story.
there's nothing I haven't heard or haven't done. Just because I'm a religious person right now doesn't mean I always have been. And so the things that I hear and do. Here you go. I went home to see one time because my mom said that she was going to have a party for when my wife and myself went back to meet her. My brothers were all around the table, and the F-bomb was just flying. I stood up and I said, "What in the world is wrong with you people? This is our mother sitting here at the table, and you guys are dropping F-bombs left and right." And my mom says, "Tom, calm down. I hear this more from these guys. More, I heard it more at work." I said, "I'm sorry, but you raised me different from that." But anyway, to make a long story short, there ain't nothing I haven't heard, pretty much haven't done. So my virgin ears can't be hurt.
You're PG-13 next to Nicole.
There you go. PG-13.
Does anyone else get this feeling? Been noticing a feeling lately. I believe it may be tied to auras, and it might be a warning that I'm going to go into a seizure because I'm pushing myself. The best way I can describe it is it feels like one of those plasma balls going off in the middle of your head. It starts light and slowly gets cranked higher and higher on the dial till it becomes debilitating. It cranks the dial faster and harder. I push myself, or if there are additional compounding issues, like the heat or stress combined with the physical exertion. I also get these weird feelings in my limbs where it's almost like a pointed sharp blade, like a spear head being shoved down through the center of my limbs to the top, to the top, to the bottom. Does anyone else experience these similar? I don't exactly know what my auras are like to say that that's going on. I don't have the auras.
I don't
just
have
the
aura.
seizure.
Tom, do you have auras? I don't know
We,
if he can hear me.
You have auras?
we lost the pioneer.
He says yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I was reading?
No. I've got to go, boys and girls.
All right. Angel and M. M needs some
Bye,
rest.
Tom. Love you.
Bye-bye.
M, you need to get some rest.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think
you
we
do.
all do.
Go ahead. You're off the clock.
And I've been having unstable connection, so
Yeah.
And I got my kids, so That's all 3 things. I see you guys Tuesday.
You're gonna hug them.
I'm not gonna hug him. I'm gonna turn this PlayStation on right here, and he's in the living room, and we're gonna play video games until 5 a.m. and to not have a seizure and probably sleep all tomorrow. So that's what's going on over here. Good
Been a
times.
great night, though.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what we're gonna play, but I'm gonna see whatever he's playing and just join him.
That's good.
He's gonna play Fortnite.
It's possible. When I turn on my PlayStation, it's gonna tell me what he's playing because he's one of my friends. I'm just gonna press join and then pop into whatever game he's playing. It's gonna tell him your dad's here, basically.
Nice.
Well, it's not gonna say your dad's here, but it's gonna have my screen name. He's probably gonna be like, "Dad, what are you doing?" And talking over the mic. And then yeah, he talks to me to where I have to mute my mic because it's echoing, or he'll come in here talking to me with the headset on, so I gotta mute mine because it's echoing. Oh, it's so crazy. But we have so much good time. So love him. I'm gonna go play with him right now. He just turned 11. Yeah,
The good part about being a dad.
I love it. It's great, especially when the kids love you back, and then they don't think you're a shitbag. It's great, because yeah, I know some people who got daddy issues. I don't. I got past them. I got closer to them. Yeah. So you guys have a good night. Go get you some rest.
Yeah,
Yes.
you too.
Yes.
Oh,
I
an
still
angel.
try a little bit. If I get tired, I'll go to sleep. But otherwise, I'm gonna be playing video games. Actually, I think I got a joint here. That might help. But you guys, yeah.
Pass it to
this
the
joint-
left.
I think I've had this joint sitting here for like 3 days. Yeah.
That was
Puff,
not
puff,
you guys
stale.
are-
Oh man.
You know the rules. Puff, puff, give.
Nope. So I'm tired. I might want to go to sleep. Actually, I still might join whatever he's doing just to surprise him. Be
Oh,
dead.
I know I'm tired. I took my meds a few hours ago.
Okay, guys. It was nice to hear Pookie talk for a little bit because you're usually chilling after the question. I think that's the most I've ever heard you talk at one time.
When I read the
Good.
long ones, I don't really remember. Like I said, I need you guys to remember. And once you guys start talking, then I remember what I just read. But if no one's going to talk about it, I can't just start because I just read a passage or novel.
I like it that we're evolving the podcast from just reading the questions to we're all talking about random things that are related to epilepsy,
Yeah.
but we're all talking about it, so we don't constantly gotta read from the epilepsy,
Where we get stuck at is when we have 4 to 5 people that can relate to something. So now they're having a conversation. And it's so interesting just to be like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we get those questions that nobody relates to.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
Please take your medication as prescribed or whatever works for you. We're not doctors.